What are the major duties of a security guard? Depending on the environment that a security guard is hired in, they patrol commercial and residential buildings to ensure that there is no sign of nefarious activity. What are the major duties of a security guard? Depending on the environment that a security guard is hired in, they patrol commercial and residential buildings to ensure that there is no sign of nefarious activities, and ensure the general safety and well-being of the residents and the assigned community. Question number 2. What type of skills are required to work as a security guard? Security guards need to be extremely vigilant as well as skilled in handling adverse situations. While they cannot enforce law, they can ensure that law and order is maintained. To work at this position, one has to be physically dexterous and possess an active mind. Additionally, one needs to be well trained in using firearms in situations that demand extreme action. Question number 3. Imagine that you are working as a security guard in a commercial building. What would be your first responsibility? Screening people who enter the building, ensuring that they are not carrying prohibited items such as arms or drugs, and generally looking out for suspicious persons, would be the prime duty in a commercial setting. Question number 4. What would be the standard operating procedure for determining how a theft took place that was overlooked by security personnel? If such an incident transpired and was not detected by me or other members of the security team, I would suggest looking at CCTV footage to find out who the perpetrators were and how security was breached. I would then ensure that all loopholes were managed appropriately. Question number 5. How would you make sure that undue instances do not transpire? The key to making a community or premises as secure as possible is to make sure that a vigilant eye is kept on surroundings. Question number 6. Have you ever found yourself in untoward circumstances where your skills were tested? There was this incident when things kept disappearing from the store, and since the scanners never showed anything untoward as far as customers were concerned, I had no choice but to focus on the staff. It so happened that a custodian was sneaking things out after hours, which I figured out after a lot of detective work. Question number 7. In your opinion, what 3 things should security guards do to ensure that they are successful in preventing theft? Vigilance, visibility, and observation are the 3 main things that security guards should ensure if he wants to be successful in preventing theft. Question number 8. How does visibility help? Being a deterrent to criminals is what security guards are all about. If they are seen constantly and project a no-nonsense image, criminals are automatically discouraged. Question number 9. How do you know when to enlist external help? Security guards can practice law up to a certain limit. After that, it is up to the authorities to take over. While I know exactly how to look for and catch suspicious individuals or investigate thefts, it is not up to me to keep someone under lock and key. This is where I ask for external assistance. Question number 10. In what situation would you use a weapon? Unless there is a direct threat to any individual, I am not authorized to use arms. But if I sense that a potentially harmful situation is about to take place, I will have no choice but to use a gun to save innocent lives. Question number 11. What made you decide that this is the career you wanted to pursue? I never thought of wanting to be anything else, since I have always been interested in and awed by security services. Question number 12. Tell me of one of your achievements. I am proud to say that I assisted in devising an alarm system that works with body heat sensors. I was the prime source of information and feedback for this project. Question number 13. Do you have anger issues? If yes, how do you deal with them? I am not temperamental by nature, but there are times when even the most docile of people lose their tempers, especially in a setting where law enforcement is involved. It might seem a bit childish, but counting from 1 to 10 takes the edge out of my behavior like a charm. Question number 14. How do you manage working the night shift? It is not too difficult when you are already rested during the day. I usually ask my employer to provide me with a day off in between so I can manage my sleep cycle well. Conclusion: the bottom line is this: be prepared, do your research, and understand the job you are being interviewed for and how your skills, personality, and experience match the job's requirements. Security guard. What are the major duties? Question number 1. What are the major duties of a security guard? Depending on the environment that a security guard is hired in, they patrol commercial and residential buildings to ensure that there is no sign of nefarious activities, and ensure the general safety and well-being of the residents and the assigned community. Question number 2. What type of skills are required to work as a security guard? Security guards need to be extremely vigilant as well as skilled in handling adverse situations.